I have.
I have not been.
I have not either.
I have.
I have not.
Initially, I was just because I didn't know what was going on around me. But as we were going through the tour and everything was being explained to me, I understood the processes a lot better, and it gave me a better understanding of what an actual, well, what a different industry plant looks like.
Like he was saying, I felt very welcome through the plant, and they were all very easily talking to me and showing me where to go.
For me, I felt pretty comfortable with it. Used to a lot of sounds, a lot of different environments, things like that. So really, it was kind of second nature for me. Granted, it's a different environment, but overall, it was pretty welcoming.
I would say I felt comfortable. It just happened to be one of the plants that I had been in before and that I had experienced, so wasn't too crazy.
I did not go on industry tours, but when I did enter my industry for the first time, I was pretty overwhelmed. I didn't know what to think. I had never worked in an environment like this before. So I feel like if I did go on that industry tour, I would be feel a little bit more comfortable, but once I got used to my environment after a little bit, it was smooth sailing from there.
Yes, it did. Luckily, the industry tour that I went through, I got hired onto, and now I work in that department. So I work with a lot of these things, a lot of the things that were shown to me during the industry tour. So I'm much more comfortable around this department.
I was able to realize that the day to day was a lot safer than I was expecting it to be, and I was just able to get more comfortable in that environment.
So it definitely was for me. I actually was able to kind of go through it and actually see the kind of work they did, understand the processes of it. I didn't understand what maintenance actually was. And then actually going through the facilities, seeing the processes they do, the different machines, all those kind of things gave me a better understanding of what I was actually getting into.
So when I went into industry, I was contracted in a certain division of that plant. So when I took this industry tour, I was able to go see the whole plant and see the whole process of what was going on. It helped me get more comfortable and a lot more confident whenever I was going to start my career.
Seeing how complex all the processes were around me, it made me really excited to know that there is a program out there that would help me understand these processes. So it just made me feel like it was a good route to take.
For me, it was more of I'm not somebody that typically likes to walk in blind, so it gave me an opportunity to actually see the environment I would work in, the different kind of things, the people I would work with, like he said, the different processes. So you just don't walk in completely blind. You kind of get your feet wet, so that way when you actually know what you're getting into before you get started.
I walked in with a thought process of this could be my potential future, and so when I walked in, I kind of saw what I liked and saw what I wanted to be doing. Whereas it be electrical work, welding, anything that you would like to do, there's an abundance amount of it in the industry.
I think it would have. I would have been more prepared for what I was going to see and what I was going to do. I kind of felt blind walking into my plant for the first time because I never knew exactly what I was doing. I knew I was going to be doing electrical work, which I was confident in. I knew I was going to do something in robotics, which I was comfortable in. But everything else was kind of like iffy for me. So I think with that, I would be more confident in choosing my answer. I think what intimidated me the most, I was very much intimidated, but I think the thing that intimidated me the most was this the whole environment's completely different. I worked in retail before I worked in my maintenance career, and the whole journey of it was completely different. I wasn't used to all the loud sounds that were going on. I wasn't used to being surrounded by as many men as I am. So it was definitely a learning curve, especially as a woman who has not been in an industry like this. It's definitely something I needed to get used to, but once I was used to it, it wasn't horrible.
I'd say one thing for me is that I wasn't intimidated by it, but the more of the safety aspect of it, actually maneuvering through the plant safely, understanding do's and don'ts. And the biggest thing is if you're moving in that kind of work and you're not used to it, is before you taking action, verifying that that's not going to cause somebody else harm or get somebody else hurt. So.
I would say that if you're going to apply for fame, to go all in, give it your full effort and take advantage of all the opportunities you're given while you're in fame. Learn as much as you can, because once you're out of it, you're expected to be able to work the job like everybody else does, and probably better. So, yeah.
Just know what you like before you get into fame. I mean, if you enjoy working with your hands, this is what you want to be in. It's very, very educational and a very good place to be.
Fame's a really good program. I definitely recommend anybody to do it. Everybody's welcoming. There's a lot of different opportunities. If you don't just want to stay in maintenance, there's a lot of different options you can go in after that. Electrical, robotics. If you have any kind of interest in it, it's definitely a good route to take.
Just do it. I mean, the whole cold hard truth is that you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. Luckily here, between work and school, the good outweighs the bad. The benefits are a lot better than what that would be of something else.
I think one thing, if you apply, you need to be patient with yourself. You are going to be in environments you might not be really comfortable in, and that you're not used to, and you're going to be learning skills that you've never done before or even heard of. And that patience with yourself to be like, hey, I know I don't know how to do this, and I'm still learning, and if I don't get it right now, I will in the future. Just be completely patient with yourself with anything that you're learning.